Authorised CCA Firms FCA RegData Reporting. Here at Compliance Consultant, we understand that the task of managing and returning these reports can be tricky for the unfamiliar. It's vital that you get this right, as late or incorrect returns come with a penalty of £250 and may also lead to the imposition of a financial penalty and other disciplinary sanctions. Your reporting requirements will be quarterly, 6-monthly, or annually depending on the nature and size of your business. Please be mindful that returns are required even if there is nothing to report. You still need to submit a nil return. In this document we look at some of the reporting consumer credit firms need to conduct. Please note that this does vary from firm to firm, dependent on permissions. Please get in touch for more information. Don't worry, we can help. We provide a service that involves notifying you about your reporting schedule, sending alerts 30 days before deadlines. We're available to assist with any inquiries you may have concerning the returns. Once you have the necessary data, we can handle the submission of the returns on your behalf. Additionally, we'll furnish you with an export for your records, along with an explanatory spreadsheet for clarity. Consumer Credit Reporting. CCA 007 Consumer Credit Data, Limited Permission Firms. This is regarding the income from consumer credit activities. Please be aware that even if you have not conducted any credit broking activities, you are still required to submit a return for the period. It's used to levy what fees you will need to pay to the FCA each year and ensure that you are using your regulatory permissions. Rep 008 Conduct Rules Reporting, Limited and Full Permissions. You must report disciplinary action for conduct rule breaches by all non-senior management staff in REP 008. Including directors not holding a senior management function. Please note, breaches by senior managers must be reported directly to the FCA via Connect. The rules do not apply to ancillary staff. CCA 001 Consumer Credit Data, Financial Data. This report covers income, assets, liabilities, and your balance sheet. CCA 002 Consumer Credit Data, Volumes. For this data return, companies should fill out each row that corresponds to an activity they are authorized to perform. This return provides the FCA an encompassing view of the dimensions of the consumer credit market and the methods through which revenue is generated within it. CCA 003, Consumer Credit Data, Lenders. This report must be completed by firms who lend money to their customers. The objective of this reporting is to provide the FCA with insight into the quantity and value of credit agreements initiated or in existence throughout the reporting duration, as well as those outstanding at the end of the reporting period. This encompasses the APRs applied to these agreements as well as the extent of arrears associated with them. CCA 004 Consumer Credit Data, Debt Management Firms. This report needs to be completed by debt management firms. The report is vital to ensure that prudential resources requirements are met as set out in Conc 10 of the FCA's handbook. The minimum capital requirement varies dependent on value of debts under management but will not be lower than £5,000 as this is the minimum. CCA 005, Consumer Credit Data, Client Money and Assets. CAS debt management firms must complete this return. The purpose of this return is so that the FCA has an understanding of how much client money and assets is being held by CAS debt management firms in relation to debt management activity. CCA 006, Consumer Credit Data, Debt Collection. Firms carrying out debt collecting, including peer-to-peer platforms, must complete all of this report. For firms without debt collecting permissions, it's likely you will only need to complete the first question to confirm this activity has not been carried out. The purpose of this data item is to give the FCA an understanding of the activities of firms undertaking debt collection, the size of the market, and to identify potential areas where there could be a risk of consumer detriment. Complaints Return. DISP 1 and 1 are full permission consumer credit firms are also required to complete Part B 35 to 45 of the complaints return. FIN 070 for economic crime levy, as consumer credit firms are subject to the Money Laundering Regulations 2017, they also need to complete this return. This is to ensure that firms are charged the correct economic levy. The bandings are as follows. Small, under £10.2 million, equals exempt. Medium, £10.2 million to £36 million, equals £10,000. Large, £36 million to £1 billion, equals £36,000. Very large, over £1 billion, equals £250,000.